Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. We're going to do a face of some new makeup, or new to me anyway. And I'm going to jabber your ear off about some gripes and stuff, you know. Liars, cheats, and people that don't want to do their job. And if you want to see how I arrived here at this look, what makeup I used, you know, what I think of it or whatnot, then just keep watching. We're going to do new makeup here. Makeup that I have acquired either through sample or outright purchased. And I just looked on Instagram to see when I purchased this, because this was originally going to be the start of this series called Glitzy Tries. That was on December the 28th. Actually, all the things I want to talk to you about go even before Christmas, but let me explain this real quick. Why this went from a Glitzy Tries Colourpop to just being part of a new makeup thing. December 28th, when I posted that, I had every intention of filming the next day. That did not happen because on December the 28th, my mother-in-law was rushed to the hospital. Everything went downhill from there. I want to say right here that Shy Guy was totally overwhelmed with how much you guys like your prayers, your thoughts, the comments. I mean, I just can't express how much it meant to him. And me, of course, but I talk to you guys all the time. He was just totally overwhelmed with how much love there is in this family. And I want to make sure that I let you know how much I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Let's talk about this for a second. Shy Guy saw this sitting in here last night and said, "Is that a cocaine spoon?" What? As if I've ever done cocaine in my life. And I'm like, honey, first of all, I've never done that and you know it. Let me get some primer on here and discuss this. I also picked up a Lippy Cheek Dew. And the rest of my stuff is being rounded out with samples. And I will pull in things I'm lacking from the Wasted Again and Glitzy Fritzyville basket. And yeah, let's get some Natasha Denona Skin Glass goodness going on here. All right, so let's see. Liars. Liars. Cheats, people who don't do their job. This story about Walmart, I should just sit and have a live stream on because it could take an hour to tell you this whole thing. What happens is I go to Walmart one day. Okay, let's back up even further to the time that they gave me somebody else's groceries, because this will make sense to you in just a little bit. One day I went to Walmart grocery pickup, and when I got there, I'm not going in the back and checking what the dude's doing, because like the whole purpose of these pickups were due to COVID, right? They wanted you to stay in your car. This is the whole reason that we do this, is because of COVID. I don't even remember. Did we have pickup? I think we did, because Kroger used to charge $4.99, but then it became free after COVID, right? Anyway, I go there one day to pick up my groceries. I'm thinking it was probably in the summer, last summer. And I get home and I have got my groceries, but I've also got someone else's groceries. And I don't know this because I don't get out of my car and go check what the guy's putting in my car. I just trust when they come to the window and say my name and ask me if I have any coupons or whatever, that they have my order. I don't know why I would think such a stupid thing. He puts in my groceries, but he puts in someone else's. And I get home, I notice this immediately because this one bag is obviously closed. And I call them. Interesting stopping point, right? No, but seriously, I want to explain how this goes at our house. I go get the groceries, I pull in the driveway. Shy Guy and my son bring them in the house where I am waiting at the island to put things away. So this is how everything winds up in the house. And then we realize we got the wrong stuff here. And I can tell you something about this guy. He loves bread, because he had every kind of bread that you could imagine. And he loves Sprite, which we were not Sprite drinkers, but now we kind of like Sprite, because there was, I don't know, 4 things of Sprite. Hopefully I will remember to come back to that part. Let's open this real quick and get a look at it. Pressed powder palette. Pressed powder palette? Not eyeshadows? What have I done? Okay, it's got a flimsy little thing that I'm going to probably throw away, because who needs it? No mirror. But I don't usually try to keep up with Colourpop, because every day they come out with 3 new palettes. But this one, I got suckered, okay, into this by the pretty packaging. And then I'm assuming that all of this is going to go with it. Let's see what Cheek Dew is. Been dying to get in and open this stuff. Oh, what in the heck? Is that supposed to be like that? Why is this got liquid in it? Guess I'm supposed to shake it up.
Moments later. More moments later.
No. I just shook that vigorously, and I don't know how long we have to shake this. I've been shaking and doing this, and really, why? What's the dealio with this? Oh, wow. Okay, that is very liquidy. Oh gosh, I'm glad we did this here and not on my face. Can I like just take a little tiny bit of it, tap it on here? What in the world? Why would I mess with this product? I gotta know. We gotta look it up.
A few moments later.
Okay, this stuff has 25-star reviews. A lightweight, mistake-proof liquid blush that blends into the skin like a dream with customizable coverage to create the perfect flush of dewy, healthy-looking color. My color went away on my hands. I don't know. Packed with hyaluronic acid and vitamins C and E to nourish and hydrate the skin while looking cute doing it. Blend it, brush it, tap it. Easily applied with a brush or sponge or fingertips over bare skin, concealer, or foundation. Maybe it doesn't look that way on your face. And then I also have this lip thing. It is Off to Paris. Same cute packaging, and that's the color. That's really pretty. I like that color. Ooh, I do. Okay, we're gonna start with a fluffy brush from the Glitzy Fritzy Essential Eye Set. Oh! And then we'll get back to talking about Mr. No Groceries. Because I'm sure that guy was very happy when he got there to find out that no one has his groceries. Where are his groceries? He don't know. All right, this has sparkles all in it. This matte shade here, Pearly, that I thought was matte, is not. I mean, it is, but it's loaded with glitter, little sparkle glitters. Ha! I was today years old when I learned that when Colourpop says pinpoints, that means that we're talking little microscopic glittery sparkles that fall all over your face and clog up your pores. You know how much I love that, right? Okay, well, this palette has 6, count it, half of the shades in here have that in it. That makes me really happy because that means I'm going to be trying to get this out of my pores. Anyway, okay, so I called the Walmart and I'm on hold forever and ever and ever. I am almost pulling into the Walmart to give them these groceries back when they finally answer the phone and I tell them, hey, you're not going to believe this, but you might have a dude there that's not very happy with you because you gave his groceries to me. That is so sparkly. I don't think you can see this, but I think it's designed so that if you're dancing below a strobe, people can see this glitter. I don't know. I think I want to stay out of the rosy colors. Anyway, so I pull in there and they answer the phone and I tell them, I've got somebody else's groceries in the back and I drove back here to give them back to you so that you can give it to them. They say, well, you may as well go home because we can't take them. Why? I mean, I understand the bread. Maybe if I was that devious, I could figure out how to open the bread. Do something to it, put it back in there. But like unopened bottles of Sprite, you can't take that back? I'm kind of mad for the guy, but I take it home and we enjoyed that man's groceries. Free on Walmart. This is the way I do my groceries. I get on the computer and I like open 2 browsers and I have Kroger on one side, Walmart on the other, and then I start filling up my cart. Whoever's got the thing I want cheapest, that's where I get that item. Schedule the times for the same time. Some of you probably do the same thing. And you know, if you pick up orders, you've got an hour to do so. Depending on who's got what, depends on which one I go to first. I either hit Kroger, then go to Walmart, or I go to Walmart and hit Kroger on the way home. The point is that I almost always pull into the Walmart right on the dot. So if it's 11 a.m., I'm there at 11 a.m. Fast forward to, I think it was around Thanksgiving, I pull in, and as soon as I pull in, I get a text from Walmart that says, we're delayed by 2 hours. This particular day, I hadn't ordered Kroger. So I go home. I live maybe 15, 20 tops minutes from the Walmart. It's definitely not time for them to text me back and say, come, we have your groceries. I turn around, I go back, I get the groceries. I come home and I don't have $70 some worth of my groceries. You know how I can't remember what I was telling you 2 seconds ago? For some reason, when it comes to my groceries, I don't even need to look at a list. As soon as I start unloading things, it's like, I know you didn't give me that. So I know all my groceries aren't there. But I also know, because I'm remembering the guy that we got his groceries, there's too much here gone. They must have gave my groceries to someone else. So I start with the phone calls. I'm not going to call the pickup line, you know, the number that's in front of the parking spot that you're supposed to call and tell them that you're there. I don't call that number because I know what's going to happen. You call the number, you wait and wait and wait. Finally, you get a recording that says they're busy, leave a message, but the mailbox is always full. So I call the store, okay, and I ask to speak with the manager. I wait, but I get cut off. Disconnection. Got to call again. Are you the same lady that... Yep, that's me. So finally the girl asks me if she can help me by, you know, what's wrong. So I tell her. Didn't get all my groceries. In fact, I've been on hold for so long now I can tell you exactly what's missing and how many dollars. It's like $70-some, I forget. That's missing from my order. There were 2 things out of stock, but those things were also part of what was not given to me. This girl says, oh, I'm so sorry. Next thing you know, I'm being connected with the manager of the curb pickup. She gets on the phone and you can tell by listening to her voice. She has a very distinctive voice and she's young. This comes into play a little bit later. She gets on the phone. She wants to know, you know, can I help you? What's the issue? You guys didn't give me my order. I'm missing $70-some, however much it was. This is a really pretty shade. I like that one. I'm missing these groceries. She says, can she have my order number? So I give her the order number and then the lies begin. Okay, well, ma'am, I see that a lot of your orders were canceled. That's why you didn't get it. Why were they canceled? It doesn't say in my app they were canceled. You know how it is when they cancel something or it's out of stock, it shows up, right? Mine looks like it was delivered. But I never got it. I do love that shade. We might have to pop this one out. Now, why can't we just make all the shades like that? Anyway, back to the story. I said, well, how did these items get canceled? Because I didn't cancel them. She goes, oh, that's just automatic when we don't have this stuff in the store. That's a lie. That's called out of stock. And if you could even order something that was out of stock, like maybe they ran out of something in the middle of filling it, they would send you a text and say the following items are out of stock. And if you're allowing substitutions, they'll ask you, is this item okay instead? They don't just cancel your item and not even tell you about it. Let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Are you telling me that all of these items you don't have in your store and you don't have any substitutions for them either? That's correct. I wasn't told that you didn't have these items or that they were canceled or anything. Now this one here is really soft. It's called All the Frills. I don't know. There might be some sparkles in that too. Let's shine the light. Yeah, there is. But at this point, are we really going to get away from it? You can probably guess that I'm not keeping this palette, right? I might pop old money out of there. So anyway, she says that they don't have any of this stuff. And she's being flip with me, which I'm not going to lie, probably made things worse that she was being flip with me. And I'm probably forgetting some of this story because there's a lot to it. So I tell her, how about this? I come down there and we go shopping together because I think I can find this stuff in your store, especially since it tells you in the app what aisle things are on. Surely she wouldn't be stupid enough to tell me that they didn't have things they really did. Okay, especially if I'm telling her I'm going to come down there and find them. She invites me to come on down. I say, well, okay, fine. What's your name? I'll come and get you. We can shop for it together. And she says she can't tell me her name. She tells me she's not allowed to tell me her name. You can't tell me your name? Really? Everybody in the store has a name tag that says their name. You can't tell me your name? No. Okay, well, that's all right. Your voice is kind of distinctive, so I'm thinking I can pick you out when I get there. I don't say this to her. I'm just thinking this. So I'm good and revved up mad now. And I get in my car and I drive back there, okay? Because I got a plan. And the plan goes, I'm not going to tell her nothing. I'm not going to the department to look for her. I'm just going to go find the groceries. So that's what I do. I get to the Walmart. I'm running on mad steam, okay? So I shopped fast. I get the cart. And I start on a mission and I find everything that they said was canceled and didn't give me. I find it in the store and I line it all up in the order it's in my app so that we can go through this efficiently together. Not only did I find those items, I didn't have to do any substitutions and there was more of them. And it did not take me very long. From the time that I left my house and got there and got all of the stuff, it wasn't an hour. So I get the stuff, I get it in my cart, all nice and neat, and I head to the service desk. So I walk up to the service desk and the guy says, hi, can can I help you? And I'm like, yes. What's your name? He tells me his name. And I'm like, thank you. So you are allowed to tell me your name? Yes, he's allowed to tell me his name. It's on the name badge. You know, I'm like, thank you. I was told that you weren't allowed to tell people what your name was. And he looks at me like, what? The guy that was working in the back, he comes up toward the front. And as soon as he gets to the front, I said, and what's your name? And he tells me his name. And I'm like, thanks. So you're allowed to tell me your name. Yeah. 2 for 2. We're doing pretty good here. Both of them have told me their name. I tell them that I would like to speak with the manager of the store. Oh, that was another thing. The girl told me when I had her on the phone, I said, I'd like to speak to your manager. She says, I am the manager. Oh, you're the manager? Okay. Well, I want to speak to your manager. I want to talk to the store manager. She says, they're not there. I go, where are they? They're at lunch. And I thought, oh, okay. That's when I said, okay, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to come down there and we can do some shopping together. And then she invites me to come. Okay, so when I get to the service desk, I want to talk to the manager of the store because by this time, that manager should not still be eating lunch. And I tell the guys, what's up? These items, see them here in my cart? They were all in your store. And I was told when I went to pick up my groceries that they'd been canceled because they weren't in your store, but clearly here they are. So I want to speak to the manager. Now the people in the line, they're like invested in the story and they're kind of cheering me on. By the way, I've also told Shy Guy before I left, get some bail money together because I'm not letting this go and I may be going to jail. Alright, so I guess you could say that her dismissive attitude and sarcastic invitation to come down there got in front of my wanting to be a blessing to her. They get the manager. She's older and she doesn't sound anything at all like the girl I talked to on the phone. I proceed to tell her this whole story, to which first she stops me and says, well, she's not allowed to tell you her name. What? What's your name? She says, no, they're not allowed to tell you their name on the phone for safety reasons. Can we just think about that for a second? If you are working in a store and you have knowledge about this, tell me why this is true. Why is it that you are in more danger from me over the telephone than if I'm standing right in front of you? So in other words, I can stand right in front of you and know your name, but over the telephone, I can't know your name. Or I can't possibly reach you or anything else. That just doesn't make sense to me. So I tell her, well, that's okay. I don't need to know her name because I know her position. She is the manager of the curb pickup department. And then she says, I'm the manager of the curbside pickup. You are? She said, yes, I'm the manager. And I go, well, then we just proved she lies, right? Because not only did she say none of these groceries were in your store, but she also claimed that she was the manager of your department. It's obvious that this manager, maybe she's even friends with the girl because she's defending her. So in any case, what it boiled down to that day was the girl was basically saying, just take the stuff and go. Ask these guys to get you some bags, put the stuff in the bags and go. And I'm like, no. You tell the guys to put the stuff in the bags, and then I'll go. I'm not getting pulled out of here for shoplifting on my way out. That's how that day went. There's a follow-up. We'll come back to that in a second. We need to be moving on. I got this little card here of Tom Ford's foundation, and this is the one that costs $89 at Sephora. It's the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. They have this in 40 shades, and I've got 4 of them here. One of these 2 should work for me. I mean, it may not be spot on, but they should work for me for the video. So let's open this up and see why this foundation costs $90 other than the fact that it says Tom Ford on it. Is it all that? Let's find out. Time goes by. Now, I think this is a one-off with Walmart because I've been doing this for a few years now and nothing's ever happened except for them giving me somebody else's groceries, which is what I think happened with my groceries. So let's see, what does this look like in a 10 by? Possibly I was wrong and we should have used a sponge. It's matte, so it's going to be setting down quick. And it being matte is why I didn't want to use the sponge, or one of the reasons. I didn't think I'd have enough, but I've got plenty here. It doesn't take very much. I thought that because of Lancome's tint Idole, it spreads better with a brush or your fingers than it does with a sponge. This does look pretty good. What about my wrinkles? I don't think I would pay this kind of money for the foundation, but it's not crap. So far, I really like the way it looks, and it doesn't really feel like I have to set this down with a powder. I think I can work with this just fine the way it is. Dare I take a brush and try to... Let's see what happens if I do that. All right. So a little bit of time passes, like probably 2 weeks, okay? Because I usually go to the grocery store every 2 weeks. And I decide to go to Walmart again because that was a one-off. That will never happen again. Will it? No, of course not. They don't target people, do they? All right, so the next time I go to get my groceries, same thing. Not getting anything at Kroger this time, going directly to the Walmart to get my groceries. For those who don't know how this works, when it's time to come get your groceries, you get a text from the store that says, your groceries are ready. Let us know when you're on your way. You do that, the app tracks you all the way, so that when you pull into the slot, it pops up and says, you know, what color car are you in? You know, and then they bring out your groceries. So on this day, I get my text that says I have substitutions and I need to approve them, and I do, which opens up the app. I say okay, and then it's got the button that you press to say, I'm on my way. I press it and head to the Walmart. As soon as I get there and pull in, I get a message from Walmart. We're sorry, there's a 2-hour delay. And I'm like, oh no, you're not going to get me on that this time. Because last time I got home and then you said it was ready. So no, we're not going home. I feel like I'm going to ruin it if I touch down with this. That's just from sitting there. I feel like we need to try it though. I mean, there is a little flush, but this one here is the one from Merit Beauty. Yeah, that kind of blew that Colourpop right out of the water, but I guess for the price difference, it should. So I pull in, I get the notification that, guess what? It's happened again, Mary. You're on another 2-hour delay. I'm like, nope, not leaving, because I know what's going to happen. So I sit there. And by the way, when I got there, I'm the only person. I sat there for an hour and a half and I lost track of the cars of groceries that they filled while I was sitting there. And I thought, this is starting to feel targeted, like they knew it was me. You know, I mean, of course they know it's me, but like after the last episode that they went, okay, if this girl shows up again, this is what we're going to do. We're going to make her wait for it. This is how I felt. Before all that, though, when I first pulled in and there was no one there but me, this boy comes out. And I don't know why he's out there. You know, maybe he's coming to tell me something. So I get out of my car and he comes up to me and I'm like, hi, I just got a 2-hour delay on this and there's no one here. And I was just kind of wondering because the last time, you know, and I told him that I had gone home. And as soon as I got home, I'm cleaning this in case you want to know what I'm doing. Last time, you know, as soon as I got home, he's like, oh, yeah, I don't blame you or whatever. So I sit there and I watch all these cars coming and going, getting their groceries, some with just a few groceries, some with so many groceries that I think it's my order, right? And then they just pass me by. So I flag one of these kids down. I said, hey, you know, can you check on this for me? Because I've not got this yet. And it's starting to feel like you guys are doing it to me on purpose. And you can't do that, right? I mean, there's no way to do that, right? Now, I know it's probably stupid and coincidental that I think that this is a target, okay? But can I say that once they realized that they were being filmed, things picked up. I've been here for over an hour now, an hour and 15 minutes. I've lost count how many people I have watched them fill up their groceries in the last hour and 15 minutes. I've still not got my order. I just got a little bit ago another substitution text, which I got the first one at 6 a.m. As you can see, my battery is almost dead. I don't have a way to charge it. I have to go to the bathroom, and I still don't have my order. They came to the car. They told me they were checking on things. Because I forgot to say that when I was first talking with that boy after I first got there, he couldn't find my order in their system. Mind you, I have been getting these texts about this order, right? But when I get there, there's no order. They started checking on me and hustling to get this order, or find it rather, when they noticed that I was filming what was going on. Because we're going on, like I said, an hour and a half at this point, and I still don't have my groceries. All these other people have their groceries at their times, but not me. It feels like somebody said, okay, we're gonna make this girl pay for the crap she put us through 2 weeks ago. So they finally bring my groceries. Yay, and I go home, but it made me mad. So I'm just really ripe then for Bath and Body Works. I get online when they're doing their sale because I don't want to go stand at the mall around the corner. So you know how you can go on there and you can like buy your stuff and then have it, you know, you buy it online and you have it sent to your store so that you don't have to pay for shipping. Okay, well what you're doing is you're sending an order and they're telling the store that you order, that you go to, pick these items. Well, if you don't pick the items, probably you'll run out of them. Let's try our Fresh Kiss and see if we like that. So, oh, that's smooth. That looks like a perfect nude for me. It doesn't have a chemical smell. We'll let that set down while I do my brows and see if I can kiss it off or anything. Although putting that on probably wasn't very smart because look what I've got. A sample for 2 shades of Rare Beauty. You know I want to try this lipstick, right? We'll check this out and then I'll try to get it off and we'll put those 2 on and see what they look like. But right now I'm going to do my brows and finish telling you this. So I get online, I'm ordering me and my mom our foam hand soaps and I want a refill of a candle that I have that I like before that's out of stock, and I pay and it tells me, it'll let me know when to come over there and get it. It's usually about 2 or 3 hours. Sometimes it's like early the next day, but you know, it's never long. I mean, the fact that I know this tells you that I do this all the time, so I know how this works. So I'm expecting 3 hours later when I get notification from them that I'm going to go pick up my soaps and my mom's soaps and take them to her and all this stuff. And what did I get? An email that said that my entire order was canceled, that they don't have any of these items, that they have sold out. Basically, they're not charging my card. Hooray! Well, good. I would expect you to not charge my card if you didn't actually give me the items that I ordered. But I'm fresh off of this whole thing with Walmart and I don't believe them. I don't know if this is going to make sense. I purchased these online before the physical store opened. They have to be in stock at my store in order for me to purchase them for pickup at my store. I've had this process explained to me. If it's not in stock at my location, they can't offer a pickup option to me online. It would have to be shipped to me instead. So how can they sell them to me for pickup at my location before the store ever opens, but 3 hours into the sale let me know that they're out of stock and canceling my order unless they sold my candles out from underneath me when the store opened? I think there's an employee over there who was busy or whatever and decided not to go pick my order, even though I bought my stuff and paid for it in full before anybody else in the store had a chance to. So I trot my butt to the car and go over to the Bath and Body Works. There's a big line. I mean, it is out past the Build-A-Bear for the cash register. So no way, if I find this stuff, I'm just going to film it. I am not going to actually stand in line to buy the stuff. That was the whole reason that I did it online. They said they didn't have gingham foam soap, and they did too, because I saw it. But that was the only thing of the bunch. I think it was there when I purchased it, but that's not what the girl on the phone said. The girl on the phone told me that the website did it. Okay, that the website sold me stuff that wasn't there. And I don't want to like get too technical or anything, but I have a good reason why I know that's not true. Oh my gosh, this came out. Does it screw in? Oh my gosh, how do you get this back in? Guess what? I have a brand new YSL pen. What does that tell you, all you watchers of Wasted Away and Glitzy Fritzyville? It tells you that I have used up a product if I get to use this. Why does it seem like all these employees don't want to do their jobs right or at all? And while we're on that, why doesn't America want to work anymore? Why is every place you go, they need help? I mean, you go to like Chili's. This is the second time that I've been to Chili's to eat. And it has taken, I mean, I could have like had a baby in the time that I was there waiting on a waitress. And it was simply because there's only one for the whole restaurant. You got a bartender and a waitress. And she's trying to take care of everything because they can't get any help. Where is everyone? What are people doing for money? that they don't have to have these jobs that people used to have before the pandemic. Where is everyone? Why aren't the pharmacies staying open 24 hours anymore? All right, let's test this lipstick and see. It doesn't set down all the way. It's not uncomfortable. It looks good. And it doesn't have a really horrible taste. Well, I feel like it doesn't have very much of a stain to it because there's my lips. Let's try some Rare Beauty. I have Gifted and I have Lively, and I love these blister packs because it lets me try stuff for you, give you an opinion without actually costing me money. That one is Lively and this one's Gifted. I think we'll put on Lively first because it's lighter. It's definitely matte. It does feel comfortable. For certain it is a matte, but it's soft and doesn't feel really dry. That's Gifted. I'm going to put this back over the top of this. I'm going to go do my hair, put on my clothes because these are my jammies, and I will be right back. All right, elephant in the room. I decided to put on my new Tommy shirt, which led to me changing my lip color. We started with the eyes, so I put this back in the box because I'm going to give this to somebody. I'm not trying to knock Colourpop. I'm just saying that it seems like every time I get one of these palettes, it has this microscopic sparkle glitter stuff in it. If I'm going to have that, it's going to be by a brand who knows how to keep it here on the lid, and it just like magically somehow washes away, like Lisa Eldridge. But I think that this would be a really good brand, a really good palette for someone who's younger, or even someone who's my age that doesn't mind. And I think that the look, the finished look, is typical for any other shadow that I use on the channel. I just don't want the aggravation. Tom Ford Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. This is nice. I enjoy this look. I think it looks really good. However, this is $89. So I'll tell you what, to me, it does not seem like it's any different than how I look in Lancome's Tint Idole, the original one, Ultra Wear. I think that foundation is like $48, but I do think it looks pretty. I think it's a good foundation. This Cheek Dew, I think you know what's going to happen here, right? Yuck. I have better products that do that than that aren't that messy and don't take that much work. Now the Merit blush, I like this. It's in a little dome thing and you just screw that back on real tight. It should last for a while, but I thought this was incredibly easy to use. You saw me blend it out really nice. I've heard some people say that this stuff doesn't hang around, but I don't think that you're going to have a problem with that as long as you powder and use a setting spray. I think it looks really nice. That brings us to the lip products. The formula of it felt very comfortable on my mouth. Not too dry, but yet matte. I think I might go ahead when I review some Rare Beauty, pick up one of their lipsticks. I think I would enjoy using it over time. I actually do like this. I think it felt good on the mouth. It didn't have a weird chemical taste or smell. So I give a thumbs up to the Colourpop Fresh Kiss. And I want to let you know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And that, if you're not feeling particularly blessed in your life, the way that you can fix that is to bless someone else. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. And I'm out.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Don't make them lies about my groceries or anything I spend money on. So this is how you do it. You get a little bit of this out and you go, yeah. And it lubricates the inside of your nose. That sounded like a horse. That's my best horse. I do a frog and a sheep, much better. Ribbit, ribbit. That was bad. Bad. That was so bad. I'll tumble for ya. I'll tumble for ya. Yeah, this looks like pink diarrhea in here. Diarrhea. Diarrhea. I got diarrhea. Well, no, I don't. I did earlier. Not today, though. Whatever. Okay, so the next thing you know, Shorty got low. She's got them apple bottom jeans, boots with fur, and the whole world was looking at her. She hit the flow. Next thing you know, Shorty got low, low, low. Sorry. I love to laugh, ha 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 ha, until wrinkles appear. And the more they appear, the more it's a pain in the rear. I'm playing basketball over here, you just don't know it. That was my swoosh shot.